Hello, X number one. Joy. That's a new addition. Am I right or am I wrong? First time I see your name here. Avatar, hello. Joy Smooth says perfect timing. Oh, how come you just finished washing the dishes or did your your laundry or had your dinner? Where are you tuning? Remember, guys, you're supposed to let me know where you're tuning in from, how old you are, male or female, if your avatar doesn't show who you are. And Lamis, hello, dear. Avatar says, how did you learn so much about coping with breakups? Well, there are always ways to learn about things in life. One path would be through your own experiences and thoughts and concerns that you might have, and then you search for answers in your own psyche and you think about them and you see them, observe how things are actually unfolding, and later on you learn from why it was unfolding that way or not. And then the other is you understand learning of the relationship between mind and body, and through calmness of the ripples of your mind you can see things more reflected more clearly. And then the other is that you will search and research and learn from the concepts that was discovered and pioneered by the masters hundreds of years ago, and you continue that search and see how many psychologists and professors of physics and quantum mechanics and all the other interesting subjects have gathered around these old teachers and asked their questions from them, and how they answered and how they analyze, and then you ponder on it and you analyze and you figure it out, and you go into your own psyche and you try to figure out the relationship between your thoughts and consciousness, what the fear has to do with what you're thinking and feeling, what desire and ego has to do with all that, what is the role of each one of them, how they interact with all these. And then you ponder and you ponder and you research and you learn, and then eventually you see all your knowledge through your own experiences, through your learning from whatever it was you were learning in university, from research that you do from the masters of 100 years ago, and learn and research and put them all together, the combination of you and your own delivery and way of being able to connect with people and their problems, and the way you can sift through things and clear things up for yourself or for them. Then you come up with the abilities that you are now seeing that is helping you. Perhaps that was some short answer to your short question, or long answer to your short question. So Joy says, I've been watching your videos for a few weeks. Joy says, I'm turning in from Connecticut and I'm 32 years old, male. Okay, thank you. Excalibur says, Mehran, you need a what? A hot lady to come to the channel and say seductively, remember, guys, to let me know where you're tuning in from, and you'll never have to repeat yourself again. Well, why that? I just rely on everybody's wisdom and interest to have a good conversation, and let's leave it at that. Otherwise, it will be distracting. So Regan, oh, you haven't been here for a while, Regan. Good to see you here. Hello from California. Okay. And Tanya from Poland, I believe, if I remember correctly. Tanya says, hello, happy Thursday. Good to catch your video again. Good of you to be here. David, Not the first one here, but the first one to hit the like button. Good for you, first in something. Well, that is a reminder for all of you guys that you have so kindly and enthusiastically have joined the talk. But now it's time for us to also unite and hit the like buttons and make sure that the algorithm will be helped, even though we only have 13 people right online right now. But every little like helps, especially that sometimes we find some people of negative interest who click the thumbs down just out of, I don't know, whatever, because I'm sure there's no reason for anyone not like our live talks. But however, regardless, we keep focus on our channel and contents, and we hope that we will attract more and more people to see that there's support here, and the quality of the content will attract more and more and help us to reach that 1 million that we are setting our sight on. Hopefully we will have the opportunity to have some live events once we have that kind of a number, and then we are rolling. In the meantime, let's roll with what we've got. So John says, I broke up with my girlfriend. I wanted her to be the one. We were super close, and not sexually but emotionally. I miss her and doubt I will be able to find another close connection like that. Well, I doubt that you should doubt about this. Because what you're saying is just like saying, I doubt there would be another sunny day or a fun day, or I doubt if I can accomplish anything else in my life, because right now I can't see any other project, and I can't see anything I accomplish, and I can't know what I will be interested or accomplish in the future. And that's not a good reason to think that you can't accomplish anything else in the future in your life, because the future is not here yet. And so you should have the logic of the fact that life cannot be summed up in one project or one relationship or one woman for you. And there is so much more that life has to offer, but it cannot reveal all it has to offer in one sitting. It's like saying that I don't think I will ever be able to have another delicious food as the one I had here. I don't think such delicious food ever like it exists in the world, but you know it does. It's just impossible to bring all the delicious food, put it on the same table, and for you to taste. Even if that was possible, you can't get to taste more than 10 of them. You'll be full by then. So, be reasonable. Just because you cannot see, it doesn't mean it's not on its way. Just because you're standing on the shore of the ocean and you see on the field of your vision, you cannot see any ships there. That doesn't mean there's no ships in the ocean. It just, you can't see it. It's not in your field of vision. But they have already embarked on coming towards you. It's just not yet in the field of your vision. Therefore, patience. Allow the waves to bring about what they're having on its way for you. And when it's close enough, you will see it. Then when you see it and experience it and you think it's not good, then you say, even then you say, I still haven't found that one. Don't say, I don't think there will ever be another one. Why? Because you're comparing this with whatever else it's been in the past. But you don't know what could be in the future. It's just like if you're standing in front of a river, and the river coming from the mountain on the left and flowing to the right downhill, and you say, I wonder if there would be any other kind of a flower in the water that is flowing in front of me, because there was one I just left, and I don't think it will ever be another one. How do you know? Because the water that is coming from the mountain hasn't even reached you. You have no access to it. You have no knowledge of knowing what's in it, what's bringing, what it could possibly be. You can only tell what's passed by, and even then you cannot touch them, so you should let them go. And the only thing you should be concerned about is what's in front of you right now, and you will deal with what will be in front of you once it arrives. But not try to judge it and say, because I can't see it, therefore there is nothing there coming. Because I can't see there's a wave from the ocean coming, that means there's no waves in the ocean. Well, there is. It started from the center where you can't even see it. It's on its way. You just can't see it yet. That should be your attitude rather than the way you just put it in, because that's not right. A lot more awaits you. So, let's see. Where was I? Who was I talking to? All these names are just screen names and I don't remember. I think it was Joey, no? Joey Smooth. I think. Am I right? Am I not right? Where was I? I lost it. No, it was John Smith. John Smith. Okay, John, I hope you got something to ponder. Emmanuel, hello from Boston. Hello, dear. Joy Smooth says, John Smith, I can relate to you, except me and my ex-girlfriend were close sexually and emotionally. It's painful regardless. Yes, it is, but just as how it was before you guys got together with your girlfriends, and you didn't know that you will find something nice like that, did you? You didn't know it because you hadn't seen it. And the same way, you cannot say that it won't be because you haven't seen it yet. That's the way it is. A human being usually believes what they can see or what they know. And since you neither can see the next opportunity in your romantic relationships, you can't see the girl that you're hoping for, and you don't know that that will be, there's no knowledge of it, therefore you think it's not going to happen. That's the normal reaction of people. But if you see everything that you came about to know and to enjoy, you never knew that it will be before it came to you so you could enjoy. And the same thing now. You're in the same condition. Same opportunity possibility exists that you will meet someone great and amazing and wonderful that you like. And just because you don't know it now, or you don't see it now, doesn't mean that it won't. Just like how it was before. And you saw that it was possible and it did happen. And so it will again. There is no doubt about it. That's the way of the river. Things always come. You can't see it. They appear eventually when they're close enough. And they also flow away. And again, something more. It's the way of the river. So, David says, hi, Mehran. Hello, David. David here from Slovenia. Oh, Slovenia. Now I know where you actually live, in Slovenia. You are an inspiration. He says, thank you so much. It's very kind of you. The most honest, helpful, knowledgeable, and straightforward life coach on YouTube. You are hired for the next hour. Manage the promotion. Join the team. Have a wonderful Thursday evening. So should you, and hope you will as well, David. And thank you for the kind words. Positive words, encouraging words, always worth its weight in gold. But wait, words don't have weight. Ah, it was worthless. Salute, and have a wonderful Thursday evening, guys. So, looks like we have caught up. Oh, no, we haven't. Kalani, aloha. Good to see you too, Kalani. What is it? What's the time in, it must be, what is it? 2 o'clock in the afternoon in Hawaii, Kalani? Am I right? You're 2 hours behind? Tanya says, hi from cold Chicago. Oh, warm up. No warm spring weather here yet. She says, just waiting. It's coming. It's coming. If it's going to come to Vancouver, it will come there. If it come to Canada, it will come there as well. Excalibur says, Mehran, I find it very interesting that men fall in love with female psychologists. Do they? And women fall, a woman with male psychologists. Do they? Are we designed to fall in love with people who listen to our problems? Now that is closer to reality. We won't fall in love, but we would find a woman who listens carefully and attentively a much more pleasant environment than a woman who is only interested to express herself and not to listen. And the same thing for women. They would prefer to be spending time with a man who pays attention to when they're expressing something important, rather than just not care and just be occupied with his own interest only. So this is just a simple fact that people like to be acknowledged, and that acknowledgement helps them or makes them feel heard. People like to be heard. And in fact, there was a study done when I was in first year university. I took this course called Communication 101. And lo and behold, something in there stuck in my mind, and I used it for the longest time, and I still use it, as you can see right now. The story goes that they did an experiment, and they had a person A sit in a room and nobody else in there. And a person B enters the room and sits in front of person A and starts introducing himself, that I am so-and-so, and I am this, I'm that, I studied here, I'm interested in this, my mother is this, my father is this, I have a sister, I have a brother, I do this, my job is this, and my whole life story is this. And he tells everything that he could, introduces himself in the best possible way to person A. And so, you know, they start with a, you know, short chit chat, and then person B tells everything he can about himself, introduces himself thoroughly to that person A. Then person B stands up and leaves the room, and they send in person C. Person C sits in front of person A, and they exchange name, and person C speaks a minute or so about himself and his background, and then the rest of the conversation, the rest of the 10-15 minutes that they're conversing, person C allows person A to do most of the talking. So now person C leaves the room. In your opinion, you can see that person A is quite familiar with person A, because he told everything about himself to person A sitting there. Person A is totally familiar with person B, I mean, the first person who entered the room. And because person B told person A everything that there was about himself. That's what you think. And person C really didn't say much about himself, but listened to person A most of the time. So person A was able to express himself and introduce himself to person C. So when they ask him which one of the two you liked more, person A said he liked person C more, even though he doesn't know much about him. Why? Because that was the person who allowed him to speak, be heard. He felt comfortable, he felt accounted, he felt he felt worthy, he felt affirmed, confirmed, paid attention to. That's the secret of the whole thing. So next time you meet the girl that you like, zip it as much as you can and let her express herself and be able to get herself heard. Because she likes you to know about her. She likes to know that she's now acknowledged and known. She likes to talk about herself. And everybody pretty much likes. So hearing and listening is an art. Now, that's why I like you all guys, because all you guys here, because you listen to me. you let me talk. Not that you have any other choice, of course. All right. Madara, she says, hey guys, 15 are watching, but only 3 likes. Oh, that's right, that's right, that's right. What's that all about? Everybody, was I talking to myself? Everybody go and hit the likes if you like. If you like, hit the likes. If you don't like, then what the heck are you doing here? So, don't sit on the face, either in or out. Now, Tanya says, true, people please hit the like. There we go. Now I got my army all excited and supporting me. Tanya says, I have to think of a joke so I can get my jovial laughter. Okay. All right. It will come. Don't worry. I usually like to laugh with one thing or another. Kalani says 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Really? 3 hours? Oh, because we already changed to daylight time thinking. Oh, it's 3 hours. Okay, 1 p.m. Wow. And one of our subscribers says, this is my first time. Where are you from? Oh, we are here in Canada. Now, remember, guys, the ones who have joined us in this live talk, please, if you simply have joined us without being a subscriber, it's your opportunity to click the subscribe button and subscribe. You're there, so might as well just do it. It'll be a long distance if you go out of the channel and then want to come back and you won't remember. So just do it now and hit the like button, and then we will continue. And Mika says, hello, Mehran, joining a little late. No worries. I'm glad that you guys could. Looks like to me, looks that this is a good time to have a chat, or perhaps it's because tomorrow is a holiday. In North America, of course, in West Coast, it is 4 something. What is it? It's 4:09, and East Coast is 7:09, and probably in UK is about what, 11 or 12. Or 1 in the morning somewhere in Europe. And again, India, Australia, and so on are still... Australia is just getting up, actually. They may join us. Hong Kong, same. India is still early. Middle East is still too early. So, but I think because tomorrow is a holiday most places in the world, then we may actually have numbers, or maybe that's why we have the numbers. Oh, there it is. Jatter Cole, Australia, there you are. He's an early riser. Good for you. What is it? It's 9, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. Good for you. Now, Mika says tuning in from Florida and 31. Thank you so much, Mika, for keeping that protocol going. Remember, guys, you're supposed to let me know where you're tuning in from, like Mika did, like Jate, or I don't know, that's a screen name, Jate Cole or something. I call it Jat. He says he's 19 from Australia and male. See, very quick. 19, male from Australia. I want to know where you're tuning in from, how old you are, and if you're male or female. If your picture doesn't let me know. Even the pictures are pretty small. I can hardly see what it is. And Madara says, okay. Madar is answering Jet. Oh, here it is. Jet has a question. Jet says, "Hi Mehran, recently my housemate broke up with her boyfriend." Your housemate, oh, so there is a girl who shares the same house that you live in, and she broke up with her boyfriend. Since then, she's been different, like she's flirting with me. How do I know if she's using me as a rebound or if she actually likes me? First of all, what do you care? All you have to do to be cordial and kind to her and make her feel protected, comfortable, without taking advantage of her interest at the moment, until you're clear if she is actually interested in pursuing a closer friendship with you, or she's trying to gain some balance by having some attention paid to her, by proving to herself that she still got it because there's another guy who actually is paying attention to her and she feels worthy. Obviously, she maybe, if she didn't initiate the breakup, she might be hurting, she might be feeling down, she may have momentarily, and wrongfully so, feels she's diminished or lost her confidence. So you can be reacting to her in a way that it actually serves her but not you, which means be a friend and be cordial, do nice things for her, but do not make advances, do not make sexual advances, do not take advantage of her. If she decides to advance or encourage a romantic setting, that's her decision. Let her be the leader in this at this time. I know you may be behaving differently in a different situation with a girl that it is very clear between you two that you are interested in each other on a balanced and neutral grounds, and you would want to take the lead sometimes. But in this particular case, don't try to be the leader or the usher of the events. Let her be the boss. Let her be what she feels comfortable, because she's probably just trying to make herself feel worthy and good and uplifted and balanced, using your attention. It's okay. Let her use you. It's not a problem. We are men, and we're okay if a woman wants to use us to a limit that is not harmful, of course, but this is when your friend needs you. Now, if she has any other intentions, she will let you know. You will see it. Perhaps you can simply, but don't embarrass her. Don't come out and say, hey, you know, you're flirting with me because of this. Don't do that. You know, if that is, doesn't matter. Just be the stronger rock underneath the structure. Take the weight, and it's a friendship. And if it's anything more, you will. But also the question is, are you also interested in her or not? It's not the question that she's interested. Most of us boys, as soon as a girl is interested in us, we don't know that we also have a saying. We got to see if we're interested or not. Don't follow your hormones just because there's an opportunity. So she must be good enough, because you're always, you know, looking for a female. That's in your gene as a program that you've received for procreation. But you need to balance that and qualify that. Otherwise, you'll be running after anything that you know, shows a little wink in here or there. So, having said that, I hope that would be something helpful to you. And so let's see what else. And let's talk everything says, I love this channel. Do you? Have you shown your love by clicking the thumbs up and subscribing? Now, just a question, just reminding you. And remember, guys, I would really like to know that I'm not talking to a screen name, because I can't say, okay, let's talk everything. How are you? Well, I would like to say whatever the name is. So let me know where you're tuning in from, how old you are, and if you're a man or a woman. So at least it will be a appropriate addressing when a discussion takes place. Excalibur says, Mehran, since Farsi and Arabic have the same alphabet, can you read Arabic but not understand it, or am I wrong? That's correct. The alphabets are similar. In Farsi, there are 32 alphabets. In Arabic, I think there's 26. Anyhow, a bunch less. And we have no idea what Arabic language is and how they speak it, although the alphabets are the same. It's like saying Italian and German, the same alphabet. English and German, same alphabet, but they don't understand each other. Maybe some words here we could have some roots, but simply, you know, alphabets don't represent the actual comprehension of language. I cannot really. In our school, when I was growing up, we had to study Arabic 1 hour or 2 hours a week in school for 3 years. And for the life of me, I don't know A from Z of it. I have maybe understood a couple of sentences or words. That's it in the whole 3 years. Because to be honest with you, with all due respect to all languages, but some languages are actually difficult. It was difficult for us to pronounce it. It was difficult for us to read it. It was difficult for us to understand it. And we could find no use for it in our environment or what we thought we want to pursue. So therefore, it was a course that was put on our shoulders, and pretty much no kid liked it. However, nowadays that the country is quite religious, that is being very encouraged and so on, and perhaps people would know more about it. Not when I was growing up. And yes, you're right, I don't understand what is it. There are some things I can say, and I still remember the verses that I had to memorize, but I don't know what they mean. So we got through school by memorizing lots of things, but it doesn't mean that we understood whether it was this or that topics. Whatever it was, memory was helpful there. No, Emmanuel, it's not deleted, it's there. It's just the first two. That means you got to go all the way to the bottom. It is not, not at all, not at all. They're there. One is about how to interact with your ex when you were married, and one is how to interact with each other in front of the children after divorce. And they're still there. Last that I checked, they were still there. Now you cause me to go and check it out just to make sure. Oops, what happened here? Let me see. Now that you have caused this question, I have to get that done before I can feel relaxed, because I'm sure I never deleted such wonderful videos. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, they're here. They're here. And I put the link for you. So I wonder if you were smoking something when you were searching for this. That's one. And that's the other. Hope you will enjoy it. And just to make sure that the links work, I test it. Yes, it does. There we go. It's an oldest video. It's the first two video that oh, you know what? I see why you don't see it, because it's locked. So let me open them. Let me open them. I will open it right now. That's why. There you go. That's changed. And also this one. They're all now public. Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for bringing this to my attention. Let me see. Where was I? And okay. And let's talk everything. Says, I'm happy I found Mehran while I am going through a divorce. Help out a lot watching these videos late at night when I feel the loneliest. Yes, I understand. And I do understand. I've received hundreds, if not thousands, of kind words about the quality of the videos and how helpful it is when many people want to listen to it late at night. And I just caution you that when I listen to it myself, I fall asleep if it's too close to my sleeping, because apparently it has that effect. So you might want to listen to it a little bit before your sleeping time, so at least you'll be awake enough. You see, these videos have many different different uses. Some of them are used for encouragement, knowledge, and helping you to get over your breakups and move on. And some of them is just, you know, to help with insomnia and just put you to sleep and relax you. So I do have several different kind of talents and effects that could be hopeful in increasing our subscriber base. All right. And Emmanuel says, it seems to me, okay, now, okay, that's done. El Haj says, hello sir, hello El Haj. What you think about a mother choosing a wife for her son? I'm 23. Oh, I really don't know what to say about that, because I wonder how logical it is for me to ask someone to go and buy me a suit. They may like the color, they may like the design, but they don't know if it fits me. Eventually I have to go in there and see, and you know, see how it interacts with me. It's kind of a simple example, but I think it draws the picture. I mean, how well can your mom know what exactly is in your head and you expect and you want, unless she still thinks she knows you more than you know her? I mean, you know yourself. So I would usually think it would be a good introduction, but then again, you are going into that friendship or acquaintance with the stamp of your mother's approval, which automatically may make you incapable of refusing or being more objective about the compatibility of you and the girl that you are considering or to consider for marriage. Because out of respect and love and belief in your mother, she has done everything good for you, always had your best interest in mind. So now you blindly think that her choice then is probably good. Maybe she chose the girl perfectly for you, or maybe she thinks she is good for you because she sees this girl as a proper girl to what she expects a daughter-in-law to be and behave like, but not necessarily a good wife for you, because you're the only person who knows who you are, what you want, what you expect from a woman of your dream or your choice. And it's between you and the girl to see if you guys qualify to continue and build a relationship. Lots of people mean well and want to introduce you guys, but just take it as if it's a friend introduced you to, not your mother. So you can actually look at her with the actual interest to see who she is, rather than here she is. Who she is a question that you both should have in your minds. She should have a question of who you are, and you should have a question of who she is, and try to figure out if you guys meet each other's standards and qualifications and compatible and so on and so forth. But here she is, if you think that's how you should look at it, because your mother has given you a package and you should accept it and believe it's the right thing for you, even though you don't think so, but you're accustomed to think that what mother does may not look okay, but later on you'll be okay with it. All that, it's just nonsense, because it may or may not work. And this is not a joke to try to just, However, depending on the culture that you're raised in and depending on many other circumstances that could be present, I can't really go further than this, because I don't know. Maybe that's how it works. Maybe she does know you better than you know yourself. I don't know. So whatever it is, you open your eyes and just, be friends. Don't suddenly say, okay, there's a girl and I'm a boy and I want a girl and I'm so young, I've never had sex before, and this is an opportunity to marry and have sex because of that. And all these should not be the deciding factor for you. You should try to see the content of each other's consciousness, get to know each other, get to understand what you expect from life, if your directions are the same, if your goals are the same, if you're compatible. All these are important, rather than just focus on your hormones that female. And how else can I find? Now she's found it for me and she's willing to get to know me, so that's a bonus. Oh, a girl wants to get to know me, so that must be great. And you go on that premise, and then it's just not as healthy as it should be. So say thank you and explore it, but that is it. Explore it. Make the decision yourself, because you're the one who's going to be living with her, not your mom, regardless of how much your mom likes her. There we go. I said enough. Epiphany says hello dear. Remember guys, our deal is where you're from, how old you are. Tanya says, hey, I would wish my parents could have picked my ex-partner, not myself. See, there it is. Okay, there you go. That could have been a good thing as well. Tanya says, Mehran, have you been married before? Yes, I have. Let's talk of it. It says, I am a 29-year-old male from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I see. I found some of your videos by accident while looking for some comfort from the internet while I'm going through a divorce. I see. Thank you for letting me know that. And again, it is so puzzling for me that why are we found just by accident? How others are found, I wonder. And what do we need to do in order to not be found by accident? How else can we find? I mean, we have the same, we have, effective tags, bring out or match any search words that anybody could use. But I really don't know. I just start with the quantity of videos that we have and quality of the contents that we have. Honestly, with the testimony of many of you, we should have had 1 million subs by now. I don't know what's holding us back. I really don't, because again and again, you guys have told me many other channels are not having the substance that we have. They're different, and yet, and you don't find them as helpful. You have said that to me, many of you, yet they've got hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of viewers and all that. I just don't know how it works. But we do what we do because we focus on our own contents, and hopefully eventually will be known. I understand that in Europe, when they search for such things, I come up quite fast and quite clear, number one. But in North America, somehow not. So maybe I'm speaking German, I didn't know, or French, or anyhow. So let's hope that we can also get more exposure. So that's where you guys come into picture. Share the videos you like, promote the site mindthatseekstruth.com, and check it out, and then promote it on your social media, promote the videos you like, and that could probably help. Jad says, thanks for the advice and clearing up the situation. I have watched your videos for a while, mostly about issues with girls, relationships, and they've all been very helpful. Well, glad to hear that, Jad, and I hope that you will remember to share the videos you like. And if you don't want people to know you're in a breakup or something, that's why you're not sharing, but do share it. Who gives a shit? Just everybody's going through it, so it's not like, something secret. But share the videos that you like, and also check out the playlist, the Psyche, and then see there are a bunch of videos there that really is the core of why we're doing this. I'm using this forum of breakups and relationship in order to share and teach you guys how to know about how your psyche functions and how it's been put together, and the relationship between thoughts, consciousness, fear, desire, and ego, how they play a role in your life and how they play a role in what you are dealing with, which is your relationships and breakups and so on. But the real intention of mine is to help you to understand your psyche. It so happens to be the forum that we're using is relationships and breakups, which I think is popular, and probably we're hitting two targets with the same stone. We're learning about the psyche and also getting a move on from our relationship challenges and breakups, and learning about that and solving those problems as well. So Mika says, Mehran, not sure if there is a video already, but how do I stop thinking about the ex constantly and reassure myself I'll be okay? I find myself living in the past and missing out on life right now. Mika, I've got a ton of videos on this thing. Just search it. Either look at the playlists and see the playlist that talks about how not to miss the ex, why you miss the ex, why you're devastated, how to be with the present, what is present, future, and past, and all these things. They all have everything that you want in there. Or you just search them on the search engine of my channel as per what you just said. Says, how do I stop thinking about the ex? I have a just let me say, did I say let me? Just let me get maybe that link for you here. Let me get that link for you here, because I think one of the titles, I do remember what it is, and that could help you. But that doesn't mean you should stop being in our chat right now and go watch that one. It's just for later, for after the chat is done. I want everybody active in this here. We only have 2.5 viewers. We don't want to lose one of them. So how to forget someone. Let's see if I'm right in this. Ooh, my goodness, so many. Jesus, there are too many for me to, you know. Okay, to forget your ex. All right, there's so many in here. So just go in and I can't find the ones I'm looking for, but if you let's see, if you send me a note, a message on YouTube, I will find it for you and send the links to you. That's better than looking for it right now, because I'm sure there are lots of people waiting for their questions to be answered, and they're giving me thumbs down. We don't want that. All right, so Mika, send me a message on the YouTube message, or you are probably signed up on my Facebook page. The link of my Facebook page, the Mind That Seeks Truth author, or books, they're both mine. Just send me a message. Tanya says, the only reason I say I wish my parents could pick my ex because they stayed together for 30 or 40 years. And my grandparents nowadays, nobody's marriages last this. Yeah, that's right. Jack, hello Jack. Hi Mehran. He says, you being toxic, for being a toxic, controlling, manipulating partner. Just don't do it anymore. It will help you with this question, because it would be a lot more efficient and elaborate than I can do it right here. But in the meantime, remember, you are your own judge. You go into your psyche and see, would you like to be treated that way, that you treated whoever it is that you treated that way? And when you see a problem, you rise above it and say, it means that I'm weak, that I need to do these things to feel strong. A strong person doesn't use other people. Simple. Because his strength is in love, is in compassion, is in respect, is in appreciating positive things. A harmony in the energy of the universe that helps things develop and grow. Not in destroying things. Not in stepping on things. Because when you step on some things, that means you cannot on other people's work or production or efforts or life or mentality or accomplishments, in order to chip something away from them, and maybe they would become a topic of discussion and they would gain some attention from it. Well, those people are not capable to build anything out of themselves. They're just hoping, because they're frustrated, they're not able to run the course free and fair and on their own merits. They're hoping to steal something, some attention, and that wouldn't be long lasting anyhow. Maybe some idiots will pay attention to it, and then eventually they'll even forget, and they don't care, because people don't like negative people. People don't like the people who try to use others and pretend that it is for the good of the community, or it's for the good of the intention or the righteousness, when there is nothing in there, and they're actually using the situation in order to launch themselves in some ways that they cannot. You know, they say there's two ways to have the tallest building in town. One is to destroy all other buildings. Then your building looks tall. But is it really? No. And the other one is to keep building your own building. Focus on your things, on your jobs, on your tasks, on your efforts, and keep building your thing. And don't try to use other people as a scapegoat for your failures or feeling good about yourself. So, same thing with what you're saying. Just see what it is. You know better than everybody else what you do and why you do it. And the same way you can stop doing it. Say, no, I don't want to. I don't want to be that person. I want to be strong. And strong is when you have harmony with the flow of the nature's energy, which helps everything grow and develop. That's... No, you don't need to... Once you've recognized the wrong, once you have recognized what you should or should, no, the person did this or that and so far. You know, that's to be ashamed of, because that's stupid. But once you recognize that, then there's no shame to it, because you recognize you were wrong in the way that you approached in interaction with others, however it was, and then you are not doing it anymore, and you are not trying to use and abuse opportunities to your benefit and then pretend that if it is to the benefit of the other person or community or society and all that. So there's no shame for it once you realize, and then you don't do it again, and that's good. You're not seeking for forgiveness. You're seeking for correcting what you don't think you should be involved in, you should be doing. So when you say that I'm ashamed of it, this and that, so forth, again, you're hoping somebody will say, oh no, don't worry about it. So, no, you're not looking for that. You're looking for actually internally to say, I know what I've done, I know what is wrong, and I know that I shouldn't use others, and therefore I won't do it again. And I'm aware of it. And I won't pretend that what I'm doing is for the good of that person or for the good of a community, or you know, because you got to focus on what you're gaining out of it. If you're doing it and you know what you're doing is to gain something out of it, then you know it's not for the good of whatever, you know, you're antagonizing something else, somebody else for it. All right. Emmanuel says, Mehran, remember that good perfumes come in small bottles. Okay, well, yeah, we are good content, but we hope that we will have a lineup for the content. You know, we like to be a good bakery that bakes good bread, but also people know about it. We don't want to be baking our bread in secret and just, I have the best bread, but I don't want anybody to know about it. No. Stephen says, hi, thank you for your videos. My pleasure. I wanted to ask you about being friend with your ex. With my ex? No, sorry, you can't be friend with my ex. You mean you want to ask me about being friend with your ex? Okay, I know what you're saying. I was married for 16 years. When she left for another man, ow, it hurts like hell. Oh, sure it does. Now 6 months later, she wants to be friends, and she calls and texts me for support and advice. What are your thoughts on it? Do you have children? Oh, here it is. Also, we have kids, so we are always connected that way. Oh, wow. That is the path that eventually you will be on. You will be okay with her, you will help her, you will be kind to her, because you're a kind person. Not that because you have to. because that's the way to be civilized. That's the way to help things grow and develop. Okay, she was with you for 16 years, and for right or wrong reason, she was not thinking right or thinking right. She was stupid or wise. I don't know, and I don't care really. You shouldn't care either. She's gone to somebody else. You can be damn sure that was her shortcomings, not you. Because after 16 years somebody does that, that means definitely she hasn't been able to find what she's looking for in herself, and she's trying to blame it on you or life or responsibilities and think that the grass is greener on the other side. It's not. Unless she's changed herself in a way to help herself to be happy. Anyhow, I don't know the details, and I don't think we need to go into that. But what I do want to tell you is that, okay, you'll get over this being pissing off thing, because you will find a place to put your love in. And you will realize that her action was no testimony of your shortcomings or has by any means diminished you. It has inconvenienced you. And it has taken the order that you had for your life and the vision that you had for your life to be so-called, quote-unquote, perfect, it's changed that. And that pisses you off. But you will find where to put your love. And that's into your children, into your kids. Be the best father you can be. Don't be a joker father. Like, be normal, natural father. Not just because you have to now just constantly give in to what the kids want to do in order to score points with them versus the mother. Don't turn it into competition. Talk to kids with love, and talk good about their mother in front of them when the conversation comes up. And if they're pissed off at the mother, don't use that in order to score point with them. Just say, I understand that you're upset, but look at it. Is it your responsibility to do your homeworks, or are you thinking that you can not do it and your mom should not be cross with you either? I mean, that's not mom's fault, really. It's also something that is good for you. You should do your things and your responsibilities. You know, don't take advantage of if they would feel upset, because first of all, it loosens the roots of your family and the discipline that could and must exist in the family for your children's upbringing, especially in this bullshit societies that we're living in with all kinds of deviations and problems and shortcomings. So you don't want to create a further division than she has created with this action of divorce or whatever it is that some people feel necessary for them to do, as if they've got their cow shits gold in the other field and that's what they're going there. It's the same responsibilities and duties and same story. Instead of fixing this up, they just fly the coop. Some people do that, men or women. But after having children, if you don't have children, okay, but after having children, you should, it's not a fucking game. You know, stop this jumping around here and there. But, you know, some people do that, and let's face it. So now that it's been done, you still want to make sure you focus on the children's well-being, which means keep that love and discipline directed on them. Expectations of natural parents' expectation for the good of the children should be there. Taking care of them to the hilts must be there. And helping them with their education and their safety and protection and fun and nutrition and everything else that I'm sure you know about should be there. But if you guys have anything serious to talk about it in private, not in front of the children. You don't want to use that to credit or discredit. Say that in themselves, by themselves, on their own anyhow. You don't need to encourage either one of you. Encourage it. And I suggest to you the 2 links that I put here, go watch them. These are exactly for you. And now. These are for you at this time of your life. The 2 links that I put up here, that when I think Emmanuel asked for it, I found it. They're about how to interact with your spouse after divorce, and how to interact with each other in front of the children. And so those are, because that was actually what I based it on, how I think it should be, the interaction with your wife after divorce, and interaction with each other in front of the children after divorce. You know, husband and wife, both of them. So that would be something perhaps you will enjoy, Stephen. And so take that on her. What she has done is based off her own conditioning of her consciousness. She did not want to hurt you. She couldn't find happiness in her own, in her side, on her own, inside her. And she thought it exists out there. So she's done that for something material or otherwise that she was seeking for, or some attention that she thought she's not getting. Now, all these, she may eventually find that was a mistake or may not. Either way, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't lose yourself. You be the man you are. You understand, okay, she's gone, that's okay. But you're not a monster. You will help her. You will support her. But don't make any overtures of any sexual innuendos or anything to her. Just be a friend. Don't have to be a friend. Just be you. You know, you're a guy that was married to her, and that's it. You don't have to, you know, give her, you know, more attention than necessary, or put her on a pedestal that now that you've left, you know, come on. You know, none of that shit. But just be normal. She needs something. Oh, sure. You know, what do you think? Well, I think, you know, this is what you can do to help the situation, or whatever it is that she's wanting support with. But that's it. And things that doesn't make you comfortable, then don't interfere. Don't participate. The subjects that doesn't make you comfortable, and the subjects that does, yeah, support her and help her and give your opinion or whatever. You know, she's not your enemy. She's just somebody who has shortcomings herself. It's her action does not represent your shortcoming. It's only a reflection on her. So understanding this will help you to be gracious and strong. You're still the guy that you were. Her being with you or not being with you doesn't change you. This could piss you off, but that's it. So focus on the children and their well-being, what's good for them and their future, and go from there. And together, harmonize to make sure, even though you guys are divorced, but keep that family base as much as possible, so the children will not feel left out or have to seek refuge with some asshole that might be her boyfriend or whoever the guy may be. Doesn't matter. But the children would know there's the father, and the father is not a wussy. The father is not angry. A father is normal, balanced. Father is there for us, and we will count on our father. And tell your wife, talk to each other, says, listen, I may have a girlfriend in the future, but I will make sure that the girlfriend will not think she's the mother of the children, or the children think that she's replacing you. The respect and the position that we each have must remain the same. And I expect you to think right and do it the same, because that will confuse the children, and you don't want the children to be confused, and when they have problems, they will not have a place to go, which is me or you, and not my girlfriend or your whoever it is that you're with. Discuss these and watch those videos, and then you should be okay. And clean yourself out. Don't worry about these things. Clean your mind out, and go find a suitable girlfriend too. Not now, but you know, when you're ready. All right. Mariella says, what does love feel like? Not sure. I've never been really in love. Well, it's one of those things. It's like if I tell you sugar sweet, and you've never had sweet. So how do you know? How can I tell you what sugar tastes like? Until I take some sugar and put it in your mouth, then you say, that's what sweet is. That's how it tastes. So by telling you about love is this, love is that, it's not. You got to feel love. And when you're in love, you know. You know? Something you love, like a child, your child that you love, you do anything for him or her. You put the child ahead of your well-being without thinking, without considering or calculating. That's a real love. But the love that you're talking about is a romantic love. That's even different. It's in a lower degree than the love you have for your children. But it's still a tremendous, powerful thing. But you got to feel it. It's a frequency. It's an emotion. It's a frequency. And it's like a music that hits you in a certain way that you feel, it's an answer to all my problems, where it's an answer to none of the problems. But one thing, but it seems like if it's an answer to all the problems, love. Yeah? So that's the short of the explanation for that. Yeah, Steven says, yeah, my ex. Okay, Steven says, thank you for reaffirming what I'm doing. I'm doing my best to be best father and not talking down about their mom. I still care about her and I can't see being nasty. Yeah, there's no need to be nasty. What she's done, it's what she thought she needs to do. It's not about defining you. So Chula says, hello dear. Okay guys, it looks like we have answered everyone's question. We are now at over 1 hour, and I think it's time for me to say good night to you. I may try something totally different, which is maybe try to have a live talk at 9 o'clock p.m. here, maybe tonight or tomorrow night, on the weekend night, because I know tomorrow is a holiday for many people around the world, so it may work. But tomorrow night I may do it at 9 o'clock, which is, or 10 o'clock, which is very late here in the evening. But then I calculate it will be probably about 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in Australia, in Hong Kong, and it will be okay in the Middle East about 9 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and India would also be about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and Europe would still be late for Europe. Though I wouldn't hit Europe, and I wouldn't hit North America. I would only hit outside of North America and Europe. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how we can have more exposure, and perhaps I can reiterate and remind you that I need you guys to help out and launch the site, launch the channel by sharing the videos that you like, talk about it with your friends, put some posts on it on your social media, and maybe promote the site as well, mindthatseekstruth.com, and the Facebook page. And you have the link on almost all of my videos where the Facebook page is, and that could help us a lot more than we may need if you continue doing it. Thank you again, guys. Hope you enjoyed the talk as much as I did, and I hope to talk to you soon. I love you all. Thanks for sharing this time with me. Be good to yourself, to the others, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye for now.